Viewers and subscribers, please subscribe to Saga News TV and give a like and share.
The Clarendon police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 76-year-old woman and her 38-year-old daughter, whose partially decomposed body was found at their home in Brandon Hill, Clarendon on Wednesday. The deceased has been identified as retired teacher Sylvia Smith and her daughter Natalie Lamond. According to report, Smith and Lamond, both reportedly of unsound mind, lived together and was last seen on Monday, January 29. Residents in the area become concerned and tried to reach them cell phone. Their efforts were futile. On Wednesday, about 6 p.m., a neighbor visited the house and discovered that the front door was left open with a foul odor coming from inside. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, both bodies was found in a state of decomposition in the room. The news understand that samples from cooked ackee from a pot in the kitchen were taken for testing. As sleuths tried to determine if the pair died from ackee poisoning. It was also said that both deceased appear unwell and were lost weight rapidly, said a source. Post-mortem examination are pending. The police in St. Catherine are probing the killing of a man who was shot dead while awaiting transportation along King Street in Linstead. The deceased has been identified as 57 years old Chef Devon George Ashman, a resident of King Street in Linstead. The police report that about 9:40 a.m. on Wednesday, January 31, Ashman was along the roadway in the vicinity of the entrance to McClinton when he was approached by a man wearing mask, dark color clothes, who brandished a handgun and shot him repeatedly. The man then escaped into the area. The police were alerted and Ashman was seen on the side of the road. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The St. James police on Wednesday charged a man for the shooting death of another and the injury of a woman on Market Street in Montego Bay. Charged with murder, wounded with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony is 34 years old Oren Anderson, otherwise called Proper, a chef of Bumble District, Opel Hanover. The shooting happened on the morning of December 5, 2023. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 11:48 a.m., Wesley Reed was walking along the roadway with a female relative. They were reportedly approached by an armed man who opened gunfire, hitting them. The police were summoned and the injured people were taken to hospital, where Reed was pronounced dead and the injured woman treated. Intense investigation led to Anderson turn himself in with his attorney. On Wednesday, January 31, an arrest warrant was executed on him. His court date is being arranged. One man is now in police custody after being arrested in connection with two separate fatal stabbings in Falmouth, Trelawney on Wednesday night. The deceased, both of Trelawney address, have been identified as 44 years old Noel Wilson of Waterlane, Falmouth, and Joel Corey of Marthabury. According to a report from the Falmouth police, at about 9:30 p.m., Wilson was standing along Parade Street in the vicinity of the public sanitary facility when he was reportedly pounced upon and stabbed in the neck and the chest by an assailant armed with a knife. Then at about 11:17 p.m., while the police were probing the first scene, they were called to Water Square in the town where Corey was also stabbed. Corey was also taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital where he subsequently succumbed to his injuries. The police say they expect to make a charge soon.